All right, this week on the 11 Warriors Report, we go over some position battles. We talk about receivers. Somebody's got to step up there. We're going to give you a little preview of the offensive line, the secondary, also Tate Martell. Let's start there. Tate Martell is somebody who's going to garner a lot of attention, Dan. But when you guys, this was you guys asking who stood out. This wasn't you guys fishing around for Tate Martell comments. This was you guys asking a couple of guys who stood out, and they volunteered. He's a little dude, but he's a little bit of a playmaker.
Yeah, I mean, the first scrimmage on Saturday, both Eric Smith and Damon Webb, the safeties for Ohio State, they both said that Tate Martell, first guy out of their mouth, that stood out to them. And, you know, he's been out there in practice. He's been wearing a red jersey instead of a black that the other quarterbacks wear. So that means he's live bait. They can hit him. He's running around out there, and he's a dynamic guy. He's kind of got some Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield in him in terms of his ability as an offensive playmaker, and he's showing some things. I mean, the safeties were saying we were having trouble hitting him. So he's a guy who's making the defense work in practice and turning some heads early.
Tate has a bit of an ego. He should. He's a National High School Player of the Year. Yep. I love anybody who walks into Ohio State time to get ready for camp in all Adidas gear. I mean, that takes onions at a Nike school, right, to do that. Yeah. How much is Urban's job, not just about Tate, but about players in general, these young guys who come in with everything, managing ego? And what do they do to break that?
The way they've been recruiting, it's really hard. You have to be able to bring in guys who are 4- and 5-star guys, top ranked in the country, who have constantly been being told how great they are throughout their entire lives, and you have to bring them down to earth to be able to make them compete again. Kind of get that blue-collar attitude where you come in, you're on ground level, you have to compete to win this job. It's something Urban has been great at, as you can see from his track record, but it's something that's really hard. That's why you see some guys not always make it. The 5-star guys you see leave school, have to transfer somewhere else. It's because it's not for everyone, and it takes a lot from a player standpoint to be able to come in and realize that there are a lot of guys just as good as me on this team where I have to come in and give it my all and work even harder than what I have my entire life just to get some playing time as a freshman.
Yeah, you think about it. Everybody that's here was recruited by everybody. You know,
right.
Everybody's been that kid who's walked in and everybody wanted him, and now you're the next one to do it. And it's always one of my favorite stories in camp is watching these young guys walk in. I think I saw Sean Wade walk in with a U.S. Army All-American sweatshirt, and I'm thinking, how many guys on that team have that same sweatshirt?
Well, I didn't have one.
You didn't, but look, it worked out good for you.
Hey, yeah, it was all right.
Worked out good for you, and that's the thing that can't be forgotten. You bring that up, and we bring it up in jest, but that's what can't be forgotten. There always has to be a baseline of kids who get what it means in their heart to wear scarlet and gray, because those kids are the baseline of the program.
I mean, look at the Joe Burgers and Fadas of the world. Those are two walk-on guys from Ohio that didn't have any scholarships, really coming out of high school, and those were 3- and 4-year starters on all special teams at Ohio State. I mean, Fada even worked out with the Texans this year at minicamp. It's crazy that you get the 5-star guys that are recruited by everyone that sometimes don't play, and you get the 2-star guys who don't even have scholarship offers from OU, Bowling Green, Toledo, who come to Ohio State and play as well.
Yeah, everybody comes in on an equal playing field when you walk in.
By the way, Jordan Leisure, keep the name out. Guy from Amanda, Ohio, Amanda Clear Creek, no scholarship offers. He will play this year as a true freshman.
Fours.
Prediction.
Fours just dropped it on you. Much more information like that coming up on the 11 Warriors Report tonight on Spectrum Sports. Check your local listings.